When the world began, there were three deities: the Spirit Master of the center of heaven, the august, wondrously producing Spirit, and the divine, wondrously producing Ancestor. After them, reed shoots that grew from the earth gave birth to the next two deities. After them, 5 or 6 pairs of deities came into being, and the last of these being Izamagi and Izamani, whose names mean the male who invites and the female who invites. The first 5 deities told Izamagi and Izamani to create the great land of Japan, and gave them a spear with jewels on it to dip into the ocean. From the dripping water came Japan, and on the land of Japan they built a palace for their wedding, and pillars that reached into the sky. Izamani and Izamagi began walking around one of these pillars and met behind it. Izamani greeted Izamani with, "What a fine young man," and he responded by greeting her with, "What a fine young woman." They then procreated and gave birth to a deformed child. They let the child float away in the river in a basket. They were disappointed in their failure to have a child, and the deities told them that it was because the woman had spoken first to the man, and that was incorrect. They then tried again, and this time the man spoke first, and they mated, giving birth to the 8 main islands of Japan and 6 minor ones. They also gave birth to many different deities, one being the fire deity. During the birthing of the fire deity, Izami's genitalia were so badly burnt that she died. The new deity was born from Izamani's tears. He used his sword to behead his son, the fire deity. From the blood on the sword came 3 deities of rock, 2 deities of fire, and 1 of water, all of which are needed to make a sword. 8 more deities arose from the body of the slain fire deity. Izamagi was longing for Izamani, so he went to the underworld to find her. He found her, and she said she would return with him, but she must ask the gods of the underworld, and he must not watch her do this. He disobeyed, and he found Izamani with maggots eating her body. Ashamed to be seen like this, she chased him out of the underworld and blocked the entrance with a rock, shouting that she would each day kill 1,000 people of Japan. He responded that he would cause 1,500 births in Japan. This is why 1,500 children are born every day, and 1,000 people die each day. When he returned, deities rose from his robe, one of which gave birth to 8 more deities, who later became the ancestors of the Yamato family that ruled Japan. When the deities had tamed the land, the goddess of the sun allowed for Japan's first ruler to come to earth from the heavens. He came from the heavens to the mountain tops on the floating bridge, and built his palace amongst the mountains. Soon after he met a beautiful young woman named Princess Blossom, and he asked her if she would marry him. Princess Blossom ran to ask her father, and not only did he give the ruler Princess Blossom, but also her older sister, Princess Long. The ruler refused to take Princess Long because she was not beautiful. Her father heard this news and explained that Princess Long would give the ruler children who lived eternally, and Princess Blossom's children would be mortal. The ruler chose Princess Blossom, and she bore children so quickly that he did not believe they were his. To prove herself loyal, Princess Blossom locked herself in a palace and set it on fire. While within the flames she gave birth to 3 deities, and ultimately their descendants were the imperial family of Japan.